Hi, it's Evangeline from Etrader.com, and today we are looking at our CURT 4 bike hanging style rack here on our 2018 Chrysler Pacifica. This is a great bike rack if you want to bring a bunch of bikes out on your adventure. You can bring 1, 2, 3, and 4 bikes on this rack. It is designed in a unique way. If you can see here, it tapers smaller towards the end, and that design is so that it can fit children's bikes a lot better since their frames are shorter. So because of that, as well as its cradles that can rotate, I think it's great for carrying different bikes of different shapes and sizes. The way our bike is mounted here right now, there are 3 mounting points. We have 1, 2 at the top tube and 3 down here. This is at the bottom is to greatly reduce the sway of our bike while we're driving around, which I think is a great feature. To take off your bike, you just need to pull on the rubber straps and release it from its mount. So 1, 2, and 3 straps. With the straps up and out of the way, you can then lift up your bike up and through the bike rack. Then you're ready to go on your trip. If you look over at the bike rack and you can see how the cradles are designed, as I put the straps back in, these cradles are made to be in a way that, like I said, is adjustable for different frame shapes and sizes. They have these nice strong rubber straps here that wrap around the bike and secure the bike to the cradle. They also have grooves here in the cradles for your brake lines. So I think it's a nice feature. When you have a bike rack behind your bike, you need to think about the length that it adds to the end of your vehicle. So measuring here from the back bumper of our Pacifica to the back of the bike rack where these nice reflectors are, it measures at 35 inches. So that's a fair amount of space, but when you realize that you can carry 4 bikes in that added length, I think that's great. And when you want to drive around and you don't need to have your bikes with you, you can also fold down the arms. So to do so, you need to release the pin at this end and then take out. So that's the clip and this is the pin. If you have struggle with it, you might need to jostle it around the arms and that will help you release. Alright, so with that back in place, you can then pin it and find its spot there and put the clip, have that wrap around our pin and secure it just like that. Alright, so with that secured and in place, let's see how much length it added to the back of our vehicle now. So again, from our back bumper, right there in the back of our straps, it is 10 inches long. And that's a lot of length cut down. So this is a great position for it to be when you want to drive around and not have it be too much of a burden. But looking down here at ground clearance, our ground clearance is 9 inches and a half, just something to keep in mind when you are driving up a steep driveway or up a steep hill. This fits into 2-inch hitch receivers like what we have here on our Pacifica. So it comes with its own anti-rattle bolt that you do need to install with a pin at the end. And now I'm gonna shake the bike rack as hard as I can, and as you can see, there's no movement whatsoever. For the distance between the car and our bike rack, from our back door here to the back of the bike rack, it is 4.5 inches. And that's a good amount, but that's a lot of space there. This right here is the bracket for your cable lock, just somewhere to attach your lock, which you can purchase separately. This does tilt away, so if you want to see that feature, what you need to do is you need to remove this pin, this clip, and then this pin pulls out, just like that. You may need to loosen the back for it. From there on, you can lift up the lever and tilt it away. So with this in this position, let's see if we can access our hatch. Yes, we absolutely can. There's so much space between the door, and with it tilted away, you can then get things from outside in your hatch, put your groceries in, and without having to worry about coming into contact with your bike rack. Remember, you do need to take your bikes off if you want to tilt it away, just to make sure that all your bikes are safe and that you won't damage your bike rack. So, to put it back up, you just lift it back into place and push the pin back in. Now, this might be the most difficult part because it is a tight fit. Like, that can be a good thing because then you know your bike rack is secure. It just takes a little bit of jostling and a little bit of muscle to get that into place. But with it in place, you can see how nice it looks against our Pacifica here. It's actually a sleek and good looking bike rack. I like how it looks, especially because if I want to carry around four bikes, I don't want a huge bike rack that screams, I'm carrying bikes. So this is a very good look on our car here. So my final thoughts about this bike rack is I like how it works, I like how it looks on our car, and I like how I can carry my children's bikes here without having to worry about it fitting too much. So that was a look at our CURT 4-bike hanging style rack here on our 2018 Chrysler Pacifica.
This is our test course. Let's start with the slalom. This shows side-to-side action such as turning corners or evasive maneuvering. Then on to our alternating speed bumps. This shows twisting action such as hitting curbs, potholes, road debris, or uneven pavement. And last of all, the solid speed bumps. This shows up and down action such as driving through a parking lot or parking garage, or driving in and out of a driveway.